boys and girls, today I'm going to show you how to turn this shape into a three-dimensional design. Now, every time we do something with one of these squares, just know that you're going to need to do it to all of your squares. So in the previous video, I showed you how to cut this shape, or cut this into this shape. But you need to do that to all of your 6 squares, not just the one that you saw in the video. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and a pencil, and I'm going to lift up the tiny corner, and I'm going to put glue on the inside of this corner here. And then I'm going to take the tip of it, and I'm going to connect them. Now, if you have a little too much glue, that's okay. You can hear my daughter's home with me this week. So I like to use the pencil because it makes sure that it stays round, and you really just need to get it to connect, and you need to hold it there until it does, okay? That could be until the glue dries, so don't get impatient with it. Don't give up. I know it's tedious, but I promise it will work out, okay? I have one at this stage done. So this one actually looks like it's going to hold, but I do want to let it dry first. So I'm going to move on and use a different example. So I've got one here, and then so this is the front. Let's just call this the front for now. If this is the front, then this is the back. The next one, I'm going to do the exact same thing to the next size diamond, if you will. And I'm going to put glue on one side, which I happen to have some on my finger, but you would use your glue stick or your glue bottle, and you would just wrap it again. And truth, then you would stick, you could use your pencil, and hold it again, okay? So hold it until it sticks. And this would be what you could call the back for now until it's a completed piece, okay? And just, again, be patient with it. My fingers are really sticky, so it might actually be hard to like stay. And if it glues itself to the pencil, then that could be its own problems, like this one's trying to here. So I'm going to use my finger instead of a pencil. You can use whichever one you think works better, whether it be your finger or a pencil. All right, so it's stuck. Now I'm going to move on. I'm going to flip it back over to what we call the front. And I'm going to put glue on this edge here. And at this point, it's probably wide enough where you don't need the pencil. But if your fingers are starting to get sticky, I recommend you go wash them, because if it's sticking to your finger, it's not really going to stick to the paper, okay? So I just fold it and stick it again. You can see the back came apart, but that's okay. You can reattach that later. And then finally, we are going to stick the large piece together. I do have a finished one for you. And this is what it should look like when you're done. So you stick the 2 tiny pieces together, and then you flip it over and stick the smaller pieces together. Then stick medium on the opposite side, and then on the same side, what we would call the back, you do the large pieces. And this is what it looks like, okay? You will need to do this to all 6. And as you could see, my fingers are really sticky, and so using a pencil is very helpful. But at the same time, you could just make sure your fingers are washed so that it doesn't come apart. and then be patient. So count to 60, which is the amount of a minute, or just rub the pencil so that it kind of adheres to the paper and not the pencil, and it should stick. So like so. And then go back and do the top part, and this is what it'll look like. So I now have 2. Again, you shouldn't have 2 light blue ones if you're using the ones I have. You should have a light blue, a turquoise, a dark blue, and then 3 white ones. And this is currently as far as we've got in class. So look out for another assignment in your Canvas, or I'll see you live and we'll move on from there. Have a great day.